Hi everyone, this is the Samsung Galaxy S20. I have had this for approximately since about September 2020. At the time of recording of this video, it is Christmas Day, December 25. So give or take, I've had it for close to 15 months, and I still like some features of this phone, but there's a lot of things to get into. So let me talk about it today. Let's get started. One thing which really stands out about the Samsung Galaxy S20 is its design, and that hasn't changed even after 1 year and 3 months of owning it. I love this form factor. It is very compact. I usually have a case on this, but because it's winter here in Delhi, I have taken the liberty of removing the case. The reason I say taking the liberty because this tends to heat up a lot, especially in non-power saving mode. If you were to use this, it will heat up, but if it's winter, I think we can make a go of it. Sometimes in summer it has switched off on me at least 2-3 times, but that has also happened with my main phone, which is an iPhone 11 Pro Max. This is my secondary phone, mind you. How is it in terms of call quality? Pretty good. No, don't have any complaints in terms of reception, in terms of call quality. As you can see, there is no discernible earphone, place to put your ears, like you have on, let's say, the iPhone. This doesn't have that. But this is where you can basically hear everything from. And you have a mic down there. You do have dual stereo speakers, so you get the sound both from this part and the bottom also. Besides that, I like the display. It has done itself justice despite the passing of over a year. I think it does still stand out. Even if I was to use this in the power saving mode, I think the iPhone does a fairly good job at most things you would like to watch on YouTube. Everything seems very nice and smooth, and it's a really good form factor, very good multimedia phone. I never feel that this phone is too small, which really begs the question, do we really need to have massive phones like the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max, those bigger phones like the S20 Ultra, or should we be content with a phone of this form factor? Moving on, let's talk about the camera. I took some photographs today. I'm going to upload those photographs of my family. This is the selfie camera, and I shaved today after a while, so I took some photographs. Sorry for the excessive self-display, as you can see. Now the photographs, my big problem with this phone is the camera. The photographs look great when it comes to looking how they look here, but you'll see when I do a slideshow of all these photographs in my video, you will see that it loses a lot of quality. So the camera is a major letdown on this phone. Both the video camera and the front and back facing camera are a disappointment from every single conceivable standpoint, because the video is often very shaky, and also the photographs come out very hazy. They are not good at all. Probably one of the worst Samsung cameras I have used. I've used the S8 Plus and the S9 Plus and the Note 5 before that, and they all had a stand of their own. This one, however, has been quite a disappointing one, which is shocking considering this has a 48 megapixel camera. I've tried a bunch of options, but nothing seems to really work. If you look carefully, there's a lot of overexposure and contrast issues in this photograph. Of course, my kid is very cute. Nonetheless, it's been a disappointing affair. The screen quality is good. The call quality is good. The typing on this is a very good experience. The software is very decent. I don't have any complaints on that front. The other issue, let's talk about the battery. Now, I have an application which tracks how much battery is actually consumed, and the health as per this app is always on the higher side, so forget about that. Let's see how much battery it consumes on an average day from 100% to... So here you have it. It went on a certain day from 94% to 32% with just 1 hour 27 minutes and a standby time of 14 hours and 11 minutes. It went down to by 62% with just on a 1.5 hour of consumption. On another day, 51 minutes of screen time led it to drop 30%. It is not a battery champion is what I'm trying to get at. Look at this, 87% to 16% with just 1 hour usage in over a day. So even if you're using the screen time less, it will die on you. And that is a big Debbie Downer if you ask me. 100% to 37% in almost a day. But as you can see, I don't use this phone much. If I was to use this as my daily driver, all Samsung phones have been very paltry when it comes to the battery life, and the S20 is no different. Of course, this is my secondary phone, and yet I find myself struggling in accepting the lukewarm battery life on this. If I am at 75% and if I have to go out tonight, I will have to keep it on battery save mode if I want to get through to tomorrow morning. Luckily, I have two phones, so if one of the two phones has a crappy battery, it doesn't make much difference to me. But the battery and the camera are the biggest letdowns about the S20. The best things would be the way the screen looks, how durable it is. I enjoy navigating on this. The software is okay. It's a fun phone, don't get me wrong. But overall, if I was to compare this with my iPhone 11 Pro Max, I would have to concede that the 11 Pro Max definitely seems to be on a different universe of its own. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at this. I did not buy the Samsung Galaxy S20 at full price when it came out. I instead went to I got a used phone from some stranger for 45,000 rupees. Now the brand new Samsung Galaxy S20 will probably cost you 40,000 rupees or 35,000 rupees. If it is still available at that price, is it worth 35,000? Perhaps it is because of the things I said. The screen quality is very good. It has a 120 Hertz display. At top quality, the display is very good. The durability is definitely there. I must concede that this is, I'm seeing a lot of good things about this phone, but I don't have a good opinion about this phone. The Samsung Galaxy S20 falls short in the camera department despite having 3 cameras, not excusable. It has a long exposure, and yet the photos come out hazy, not a good thing. Connecting it with my MacBook has been a bit of a nightmare sometimes. So what I like to do is I just like to drop the file in Google Drive, which is okay. It's something I can live with. But if this at the time this phone came out, it was priced about 60 to 70,000 rupees. It is not worth that money. Now, I paid about ₹1,00,000 for my iPhone 11 Pro Max 256 gigs because I imported it somehow. So it costed me $1,00,000. For $1,00,000, I think this phone is definitely bringing more to the table versus the Samsung Galaxy S20. And of course, I have to compare. Don't say I can't compare. I have to compare both phones because Samsung and Apple are probably two of the best phone manufacturers in the world. I know S21 Ultra is a great option, but I haven't used it because Samsung has disappointed me so much. In terms of features, I think the iPhone tends to have a much more bang for your buck when it comes to that. I also find the software on the iPhone much better. iPhone is a champion at everything, be it battery, be it call quality, be it camera, be it phone display, be it sound, everything the iPhone is better. Overall, this phone has disappointed me because of features like camera and battery life. Primarily, that has been my biggest gripe with this phone. I really want to like Samsung again, but I don't think I'll be trying another Samsung anytime soon. I skipped the S10 generation for the reason that the S9 Plus had such terrible battery life. I don't know why, but Samsung doesn't seem to give that good battery with the Exynos. It seems the Snapdragon gets about 10-20% battery more battery than this one. Also, the camera on is also affected by the Snapdragon versus Exynos comparison. I hope they can put an end to that one day. I came to this phone from a Pixel 3a XL, and the Pixel 3a XL was really a fantastic phone. This is probably the worst Android phone. No, this is not the worst Android phone I've used. The OnePlus 2 was the worst Android phone I used. This is probably the second worst Android phone I've used. I dislike it more than I like it. The S20, I've just kept it because it's my secondary phone and I'm trying not to care so much about these things, trying to save some money, trying to save the environment. But what do I say, man? It has been quite shockingly bad at times. How bad the battery is, the consistency, the drainage issues, leaving me as someone who's kind of sour with Samsung. And I don't like to say that, but it's the truth. So if you're in the market for a Samsung Galaxy S20, make sure you get a used one. Try to save 10-15,000 bucks. I'm sure you can pick one of these for 20,000. For 20,000 on the used market, this is totally worth it. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.